Hello everybody, my name is Johnny Jetrod, and I want to thank everybody for coming to the show today. Thank you for coming together today and gaining your interest in conspiracy theory thinkers. And we're going to go ahead and discuss a certain topic today that has been discussed many times over, and it is fluoride in the water. We're going to talk about fluoride in the toothpaste, fluoride being introduced by our government, continuing to be introduced into our water. It's unregulatable. They cannot monitor how much water is being fluoridated. They cannot monitor it. Fluoride can also not be evaporated from water. Unlike chlorine that's added to city waters, fluoride cannot evaporate. Hydroxylic acid is what it is, and it has got a warning label that comes with it. It's a byproduct from the processing of making aluminum. This byproduct is used for water fluoridation, and the label specifically says not meant to take internally. It is a poison. The government knows it's a poison. The government knows they're poisoning you. They've also lied to you. The Centers for Disease Control has basically stated in an official type statement that they believe that fluoridation in the water is one of the most important, if not one of the 10 most important advances for the 21st century. Yet, the American Health Association, the doctors that are involved in this, the American Medical Association in 1965 basically stated that they could not legitimately say that there is no health effects from fluoride in toothpaste and water and being introduced into the human body because there were not enough studies involved with long-term and short-term effects. However, in 2006, just 11 years ago, there were already 37 different studies that were conducted that prove fluoridated water, fluoridated toothpaste, fluoride in the water and toothpaste have contributed to lower IQs in children. It is eating away the brain tissue, the developmental process, slowing the growth of the brain and slowing the developmental process by short-circuiting brain tissues and nerve endings that send specific messages to the body for acknowledging certain sensory perception, and it lowers the IQ. The government is not telling you that. They have also stated in a basic canned statement that they believe that the maximum contaminant level is 4 parts per million for an adult, for about 155-pound adult consuming half a gallon of water a day. And then the maximum safe level for a child is 2 parts per million. But at the bottom of that statement, the government also says it is unenforceable, unregulated. They cannot discover exactly how much fluoride is being introduced into the individual homes. There is no possible way in our current water system to monitor the effects of fluoride, the amount of fluoride, the damaging effects of fluoride, other than medical studies. But they can't even monitor how much water has fluoride in it. So how do we know that the government is not secretly introducing and continuing to send this fluoride through our water systems knowing it has damaging effects. It lowers IQs in children. It has been proven to be a contributing factor in development of cancer in individuals. It is a cancer-causing agent, an acid, a brain-eating acid. It's killing people, and the government continues to send it through because they say, oh, well, it's good for bone health, good for strengthening the body. It kills germs in the water, but so does chlorine. Chlorine kills germs in the water, and chlorine can evaporate from water, but fluoride does not. It's mined out of Florida, and this substance is also a killer. It's a horrible substance continued to be introduced into our systems in an effort to dumb down America, in an effort to destroy us intellectually, physically, and in the end contribute to the depopulation of individuals who consume fluoridated water in high levels. Because you see, a lot of people can't afford or don't want to go buy bottled water. But how do we know they're not putting fluoride in the bottled water? There's no ingredients on a bottle of water. We don't know that they're not putting fluoride through the system to purify the water from the Rocky Mountains or wherever it comes from. We know that many of our natural water sources are polluted to a point where we can't drink them safely, so they have to be filtered and cleaned out somehow before they put it in the bottles to sell it on the shelves to the American people. How do we know that they're not adding fluoride to it? Is the label saying no fluoride? Is it claiming that the bottled water has no fluoride in it? I don't think so. Is it claiming that there is fluoride in it? No. So how do we know? We don't. The government says it's unregulatable, it's unmonitorable, it cannot be determined how much fluoride is actually in the water. We know that people have found other damaging substances in the water also. So this bacteria-killing fluoride and chlorine that they're putting in the water in large amounts are apparently not doing the job that they say they are doing, because certain urban areas have found prescription opioid type elements within the water supply. Bacteria levels very high. It's crazy. They're going to continue to put this fluoride in the water saying it's good for you, knowing it has damaging and long-term effects. Do you not think that they're not experimenting with the people and finding out 50, 60, 100 years later, well, this is what happened to the people when we put the fluoride in it for the last 100 years? Maybe, just maybe, we ought to stop doing that now. But who knows? Maybe by then, they'll be using nothing but desalinization plants for water and making ocean water into fresh water by then. You never know, people. So I just wanted to bring this little subject to you about fluoride in the water. You can do your own research and read about it. I know a lot of people have covered this subject, but I want to talk about it too. Because, you know, the thing about it is the government continues to do things on a daily basis to the people unknowingly on your part, unknowingly continuing to the average government worker may not know that they're damaging the American people. They may not know what's really going on. Only the higher levels, the globalist elite, the people who really run the world are in the inner circle of knowledge. until something like this breaks free of that inner circle and someone finds out what's happening, does their own research, and breaks the story. And we've been talking about it for decades, and they cannot hear us, or don't want to hear us, or just don't care, because they're continuing to fluoride the water and the toothpaste. And they're saying, well, just a little bit of fluoride in the toothpaste daily is beneficial for your health. Okay. If you brush your teeth a couple of times a day for 40 years with fluoride toothpaste, don't you think that's going to be damaging? Knowing the levels of fluoride that you've introduced into your body over long-term periods, it's just. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to convey to you is that the government doesn't care about the average people. They do not care. All they know is fluoride is cheap. They can put it in the water, and they don't have to drink it because they have specific special water systems, and they're not even eating the same food we're eating. Processed food, cheap on a shelf. Nah. You think the Rothschilds are eating that? I don't think so. You'll never find a top ramen soup in the Rockefeller's home. No. Not happening. So I hope you enjoyed this little show on the damaging effects of fluoride and what the government is continuing to do in their ever-increasing process of the depopulation and dumbing down of American people and creating cancers in individuals and not caring about what they do to us. I hope you enjoyed this show on fluoride. I hope you tune in next time for another episode of Conspiracy Theory Thinkers. My name is Johnny Jetrod. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you, America.